All right. So before we wrap up the first lecture, we should take some time to discuss the role of the business analyst. And I think we'll be able to do this by summarizing what we've covered so far. So let's start there. First, we discussed what business analysis is. We based our discussion on the IIBA's definition, which is again shown here. Business analysis, the practice of enabling change in an organizational context by defining needs and recommending solutions that deliver value to stakeholders. Now, what can we learn about the BA's role from this definition? First, I would say that we are change enablers. We help organizations to adapt, to evolve, to get where they need to go. That is our primary job as business analysts, not necessarily to drive change, but to enable it. And then how do we enable change? Really, by understanding what our organizations need and then finding solutions to those needs. And what are our requirements in this context? Well, looking at the BA box definition of requirement here on the screen, we can view requirements as describing both the organizational need and the proposed solution. So is that all a BA does every day? Just work on requirements? That doesn't really seem right to us at first glance, right? Because we probably view requirements as the third part of the definition, and that's certainly not 100% of the business analyst working day. But when you look in the broader context of how requirements are not only the written document, but also the need of the organization, like the first definition says, and various potential solutions, like the second definition says, we see that virtually everything we do has to do with requirements one way or another. All of this is really important to emphasize because we're going to be talking about requirements for 3/4 of the rest of the course, and they're really, really key to our work. Okay, with this introductory section complete, we're ready to move on to a topic of very key importance, and that is stakeholders.